The year is 2006. We head to the hills and learn reality is scripted. Your Sony CyberShot uploads 462 blurry regrets. A Facebook poke makes everything complicated. And Twitter's like, cool story, you've got 140 characters. Go. T-20. Rewind 20 years with Joe and Mel.
Week of 28 May 2006.
T-20.
Bring it sexy back.
I want to forgive you.
T-20.
I hate this long-distance relationship!
And I want to forget you.
You have no style or sense of fashion.
Christ, this is a beauty.
That's very nice. Yeah, boy!
If you ever needed reminding of what the world looked like before Instagram, when reality TV felt real-ish and celebrities were full-blown global events, and then buying something online perhaps required a small leap of faith. Welcome to T-20, the podcast with your hosts Joe and Mel. Hello, Mel.
Hello. Each week we rewind to the exact week 20 years ago. We unpack the chaos, the culture and the questionable decisions that defined it. And the week of the 28th of May 2006, reality TV is about to change forever. We've got a future billionaire platform quietly launching without anyone even clocking it. And we've got a sport moment. Historic, but also complicated.
Your mom is just the vagina that made Heidi come onto Earth. Your mom is not Jesus or God or the Creator. So why can't I say that? So why can't I say that? Why can't I say that? No, it's not. It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
Thy mother and father.
Take your. Hey, preacher. This isn't Bible study. This is Earth. No one's preaching. No one's preaching. No one's preaching here. This is light.
All take a breath.
Yes, let's take a breath. Oh,
You know things are getting serious when they start quoting the Bible.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us for the first time, sorry about that.
I want to
switched off
forgive you,
by now.
and I want to forget you.
Yeah,
you know when the start of the show is featured in an episode, it's going to be a big moment.
And it's a big moment.
The hills.
Big moment.
Big
Ladies
premiere.
and gentlemen, that was Spencer Pratt and his Mrs. Heidi and some other,
That's
I don't know,
the sister.
person. Yeah.
Low? Or
I don't
something,
know.
maybe?
We'll talk
I don't
about
know.
the hills a little later on.
I was like, I'm gonna build like a really, really, really good online store selling snowboards. I figured in 2004 there would be off-the-shelf software I can use, but I could not have been more wrong.
So using his skills as a programmer, Toby built his online snowboard store from scratch.
And the rest is history. Toby's online snowboard store actually turns into Shopify.
The basic entire future of online shopping. Well done, Toby.
Exactly.
Now let's take a look at the majestic arc of home run number 715. Only the second guy in baseball history.
Only the second guy in baseball history, the controversial figure that was Barry Bonds, smashing past Babe Ruth's home run record and sparking one of sport's messiest does this count debates for anyone who's into baseball. It's not my cup of tea, but it was an historical thing in the baseball world, so I guess it meant something
And
to
in
sport.
hindsight, still a little bit controversial. We love the controversy.
Yeah, and we need to fill up a program, so we threw that one in there as well.
Chuck that controversy in there. I want to chat about a controversy from probably more 90s.
Oh, a
early
90s
2000s.
controversy.
I came across this great moment on Instagram the other day and I shared it.
Yeah.
Mooning is a lost art. You don't see many people mooning each other these
You
days.
really don't.
And
No.
I thought that's so true.
It's very rare
That
that
is
you would
so
see somebody
true.
just doing a moon.
But we called it chucking a brown eye.
Yeah.
Not mooning.
Yeah.
Chucking a brown eye.
Oh, geez. That's a.
It sounds gross though.
It's not
doesn't
a great
it? Yeah,
working-
mooning's probably a bit more classy.
I feel like chucking a brown eye was the working title. And they went, listen, that's, I don't know if that's going to fly. Oh, the Australians love it. Yeah, but I don't
when we
think the
took it
rest of the
international,
world-
we changed it to
So when
mooning.
it went international, they turned it into mooning.
It's probably for the best. And I posted it, and I get a message pretty much straight away. Oh my
really?
gosh, I literally said this the other day. So this is a popular conversation at the moment about the
Right.
lack of mooning in today's society.
Nobody's just
And
getting their bum out
This
and showing the
person that
world.
messaged me said, except I said chucking a brown eye. And the person that I was talking to had never heard that turn of phrase before.
Oh, they
so
would have
I've
been
since,
horrified.
I've since tried to include it in more conversations to make sure we don't lose this art as well as this word from our vernacular
Are we launching a campaign
to
here
bring back the moon.
on T-20? Well, I was going to say bring back the brown eye. I mean, my God.
You strike me as an avid mooner back in the day. I bet you did.
Look, I popped the occasional brown eye. It's so crass, isn't it? Just dropping your dacks and showing something in your ass, really.
I've done it out a bus window.
Oh, that would have been
It was like the Moonlight bus or one of those, those drunken buses that drive around
how
at night.
appropriate. Just mooning on the Moonlight bus.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's
like,
just
why has it got a headlight
it?
on the side? Oh, no, that smells bum hanging out the window.
I was just asking for it.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen one for years.
Yeah. Do you think maybe it's because you've matured? Maybe it's just your demographic.
I'm hanging out in different circles.
You're not really in the brown. You're not in the brown eye demographic anymore. I don't know.
It's just a shame. Or maybe, maybe you get in more trouble these days. Maybe
for exposing yourself. I think it's always been. I think it's always been against the law. I think the reason why it's less of a thing now is because everybody's got a camera in their pocket. And
this is true.
I mean, I was definitely partial to a brown eye, but not when there was a camera around.
No.
Although having said that, we won't go there. But yes, partial to a brown eye, but not when there's a camera around. I think that people are like a little bit more self-conscious. It's like, well, I'm definitely not going to do that if someone's going to take a photo of it.
Well, yeah, and I guess too, people are really into sort of keeping things nice as well. So you probably need to time it with, your waxing or your bleaching 100%. Schedule.
And I mean,
it probably needs a lot of thought to go into when you're going to chuck a brown eye.
Misrepresented, AI these days.
Oh, they could enhance it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
all of a sudden there's a photo of a brown eye and it's singing Figaro or something. The Herald of the Hatch, Match and Dispatch Clue. God, we're off to a cracking start. I mean,
well, we've
it's
done
a
our
very
bit.
highbrow
We've
program.
done our bit to bring it back into discussion.
Right.
And let's see if the stats go up, if more people are getting arrested for mooning over the next little while. I think we'll have a hand in that.
How woke of us. Brown eyes. Isn't it time we started the conversation? I mean, this is ridiculous. Hatches, Matches and Dispatches Clue. We'll move on from that. We might as well. To this one's interesting. This is a celebrity, and normally we do a soundbite, right? And then you've got to guess who it is. But this particular person doesn't talk much.
Chooses not to talk? Can't talk?
Just hasn't really had their voice out in the media all that much. There's a couple of little bits and pieces, but very hard to capture something that would warrant a Hatches, Matches and Dispatches Clue. Still a fairly significant birth as far as the celebrity landscape goes, I think from back then and, to now as well. So a hatch this week.
Ooh.
And because we don't have a soundbite, this is a music video that they danced in.
What's a girl to do? Now I'm pulling my hair out, hiding my clothes in the back of your room. So I can come over, pick up my things, but it's just an excuse.
I mean, there's so many things that you
So
could
that's
get there.
not them singing.
No.
They danced
in the
to
video
this song
for it.
once.
Look, so there's
that's
so many.
such a helpful clue.
Look, I'll give you a couple of other clues. It's celebrity parents. Okay, so that's probably how they ended up dancing in the video. But celebrity parents, bonus points. There's so many sides to this now because you could also try and guess who the song was and the artist as well, if you like. I'll tell you all of it, at the end of the show. You lucky things. Let's roll into the news and the 30th of May 2006. Do you remember this car brand?
With deep regret, Daewoo announces Kane, the Daewoo dog, has disappeared. Kane helped to launch Daewoo 5 years ago, breaking Australian industry sales records. We were planning a celebration sale. Now it's become the doggone sale.
Daewoo Nubira X-Series sedan and wagon now from $19,500, including air conditioning.
Geez, that's cheap for a car, isn't it? 19,500.
I do remember the Daewoo. Was the dog, was Kane a blue heeler?
He was a blue heeler.
Yes,
yeah,
I remember.
And
I was quite worried that he did actually get lost.
Oh, that was
just a silly
dog
play
gone.
on words.
The Doggone sale was one of their flagship promotions. It was really, that was peak Daewoo in Australia.
Yeah, and I never knew how to spell it. Was it the A before the E or?
It was a cheap car.
D-A-Y.
Cheap car made in South Korea. And it was often the prize on a game show.
Yeah.
You'd be getting yourself like a Daewoo Lanos or something like that.
You'd spin it up on Wheel of Fortune.
Potentially,
I remember there was one in the showcase on Price is Right.
Right, yes. Maybe a Daewoo.
Popular.
What was there? The Lanos, the Daewoo Megan. Was it a Meganza?
Baganza.
I don't know.
Nubira.
Oh, Nubira. A Daewoo Nubira.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leganza. That was Daewoo Leganza.
Bonanza. Anyway.
Something that rhymes
Daewoo.
in stanza.
Big Daewoo controversy, though.
Huge controversy.
And not the dog getting lost.
Because I was always like, where did Daewoo go? What happened to Daewoo?
Yeah,
and
haven't seen a Lanos for a while.
Exactly. Haven't seen a Lanos going by for a while. Finding it very hard to get parts for my Daewoo. Do you know what I mean? What happened to Daewoo? And this story went right past the keeper back in 2006.
I
had
did not
no
know
idea
this.
what was going on with Daewoo. Now, admittedly, I was sort of in my, what would I have been in? Oh, my early 30s. Wasn't really a car guy. So
Not
I
really
wasn't
in the
sort of-
market for a Daewoo.
Well, I never pricked my ears up at any stage, 20 years ago and went, oh, wow, I can't believe what they've done with Daewoo.
Well, you can prick your ears up now because I'm going to tell you what they've done with Daewoo. Bit of backstory. One of South Korea's biggest family-run mega corporations. Wasn't just cars. There were ships, electronics, even finance. You could get some finance from Daewoo.
Daewoo, that's a bad idea based on this story.
Led by Kim Woo-jung.
Yes.
It was a self-made business, and he was often praised as a bit of a hero because of the rapid economic rise of Daewoo. At its peak in the 90s, it really symbolised ambition. Expand fast, go global. Worry about the details later.
Get your cars on game shows on Australian television.
Yeah, you know you've made it when your product features in
There'll
the
be a world beater.
Wheel of Fortune.
Exactly.
Amazing. Not so amazing this time 20 years ago. Kim's sentenced to 10 years in prison for massive corporate fraud.
Yes. It was, and when you say massive, if we did a little Price is Right. So when you say massive,
yes.
could I have a guess?
Okay. Are we going closest without going over?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to say 100 million.
Higher.
Really? 500 million.
Higher.
1 billion.
Higher. The little guy is still going up the
little
stairs.
mountain climber.
He's still whistling and yodelay.
Good thing I
Still
got some production music prepared that I can put in later on. I'm going to say 10 billion.
Higher.
No. $15 billion.
Double it.
$30 billion.
$30 billion in debt.
Wow.
That's
a lot of
Leganzas.
That's a lot of Leganzas and Lanoses.
Wow.
No wonder
And
you
he'd
can't get
been on the
parts.
run. He'd been on the run
He'd been
for
on the
years.
lam, yes.
He actually fled in 1999.
That's
Maybe
right.
with the dog. Ran off with the dog.
Oh, for the
The
dog on
Daewoo
sale.
dog. Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe they ran off together.
Yeah, you never know.
They collapsed in 1999. Did not know that either.
Yeah.
And only returns to Korea in 2005 to face the charges.
Yeah.
What
Geez,
happened?
You'd be pissed off if you bought a Daewoo in 1999. wouldn't you? A brand new Daewoo. Company collapsed.
The reason it happened, it did grow really aggressively in the 90s, but borrowed heavily to fund this global expansion across a lot of different countries, including here in
Australia. They're like, we'll slip you a few extra dollars if you just make it the showcase on the Price is Right.
And old Kim was very good at creative accounting. Very, very good.
Is that what you call it?
Yes,
Yeah.
very good at special numbers. Making the books look healthier than what they actually were. We had a financial crisis in Asia in 1997, which ended up exposing this creative accounting. And banks and investors suddenly started asking questions.
Like, what happened to Daewoo?
Yeah.
How come
where's
I
the
can't get
money?
any parts for Milanos?
How come that long division doesn't quite add up properly?
Yes. And remember
carry the
too,
three.
not just they were shipping, appliances, all sorts of stuff. A variety of
the
products.
finance as well.
Yes.
The
finance,
empire
yes.
then unravels pretty quickly from here, and it becomes one of the largest corporate collapses in modern history. It wasn't small.
$30
And
billion.
Kim, remember, was the national hero, and then he turns fraudster. So bit of a symbol of corporate excess. Public opinion was split, however. They, a bit of a mastermind of fraud versus, what do you expect? High pressure. Poor guy. Lots of pressure. So he did what he had to do. He was then pardoned in 2008, which just added to the controversy. So
so that was the thing. Like he gets locked up.
And he was sentenced to 10 years.
He does 2, and then the president pardoned him.
It's like, Don't worry about it.
And then I think he went on the public speaking circuit after that.
Did he?
Like, yeah. He lived a pretty long life beyond this. Like, I think he passed away.
He passed away a few years ago.
He was like
yeah.
80-something years old when he passed away. He's had a pretty decent life. But I would say, I mean, $30 billion, and you only did 2 years.
Where is the money?
Yeah, where is the money? I mean, it's certainly not in the cars, because if you bought a Daewoo in Australia, it was your first car. You either had just got your license or you just got divorced, and you're like a single mum with a daughter. Like that was the Daewoo.
And then when you're doing a search on carsales.com and you're going price lowest to highest,
yeah.
Daewoo pops up.
That's right. I mean, you might be,
the first 10 pages, Daewoo.
If you're in what was it? Oh, the Nibiru, the little Nibiru.
Yeah, well, look, let's go through them. Okay, we've got a couple of the iconic Daewoos.
Yes.
We'll start with the Nibiru.
That was the poor parents' car.
That was late 90s, early 2000s. You never quite trusted it. It had a wagon version, so it was a bit of a family
possibly
hauler.
I've retired, I need a new car, and Jesus, my Supra isn't looking too flash. I'll get, instead of going for the Holden, I'll get myself a Daewoo Nibiru.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always felt like it shouldn't be running, but it was. The Lanos, which we've spoken about being on Family Feud.
So that's the first
Not
car.
Family Feud. I would have had it on Family Feud.
That was a smaller car. That would be the
little
one that you would drag off, say, Hyundai Excel at the lights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Five
Lanos.
grand.
Yeah. $5,000 for a car.
Mystery rattle energy.
Jeez. I'd seriously, in this day and age, like if you put a new car out there with a bit of a warranty on it and it was only $5,000, I would buy that. I would buy a Lanos.
Grey plastic.
Yep.
Internally.
Yep.
I think some famous tennis players featured in ads for the Lanos as well. Yeah.
Doing what? Driving it?
Driving it, like endorsing
Volleying it over the net.
The Laganza. That's what you're thinking of, not Bonanza.
But the Laganza. That was the luxury.
That was the executive sedan.
That was the pleather seats executive sedan.
That was I got a Lexus almost.
Yes.
Slightly more refined.
Lexganza.
The kind of car a regional manager might get if budgets were tight.
Oh, right. Yep. No worries. Got to do a few calls. Yeah.
The Daewoo Matiz.
Oh, what was that one? Was that like a...
I think it's a Matiz. It's like a bubble car.
Little hatchback.
Kind of the equivalent of like the Mazda 121, the little rice bubble car.
The Matiz.
Almost cartoonish.
Yeah.
Perfect for city driving. That's about it.
Perfect for city driving. It's the kind of car that you look at and go, if another car hits me, even in a car park, I'm dead.
But also, I can use the small car space.
Yes.
Easily.
Yes.
Easily.
I guess parking, not a problem. Living, probably, it's not compatible with crashing.
Probably more like a roller skate than a car.
Like most cars aren't compatible with crashing, but I would say that maybe the Matiz even less compatible with crashing.
Very iconic in hindsight. And the Kalos.
Well, I mean, that just sounds like a Greek god, the Kalos. I'd drive a Kalos, mate.
That was the glow-up era. Did you know the Kalos was actually later rebadged as the Holden Barina?
Oh, so that's just a little hatchback as well.
Yeah.
Probably
a bit bigger than the Matiz.
What's your excuse to Matiz?
Slightly more modern, but still a bit budget bin.
Yeah. Oh, well, at least we know what happened to Daewoo now. Well, so that's a failed entrepreneur. Well, he didn't really. He was successful to a point.
He was successfully on the run.
Yes, but this entrepreneur is an interesting one in the technology and
this
innovation.
This is a non-entrepreneur. Wasn't trying to be an entrepreneur.
Non-entrepreneur.
Yes. The unlikely entrepreneur.
Yes, you're right. Sure.
Shopify we're talking about.
Yes.
Launches in May 2006. Founded by Canadian entrepreneur.
Or non-entrepreneur.
Tobias Lütke.
Yeah.
After he couldn't find good software to sell his snowboard. So he's gone, well, stuff it, I'll just do it myself.
You want to get something done, you've got to do it yourself. And that's exactly what the man did. And this is a perfect example of necessity being the mother of all invention, and that's what it was. So in May 2006, Shopify goes live as an e-commerce platform designed for small business, and the idea is that basically anyone can set up an online store without needing to do any coding or build a website from scratch. It's a little online shop.
So kind of like how WordPress let us all have our websites.
Yeah, Shopify.
This is
a
the
little
shopping,
shop front.
the shopping version
a little
without
digital shop front.
Yeah, having to know how to do all the things.
Digital strip mall on the information superhighway.
Yeah, and at the time, e-commerce tools in the mid-2000s were either really complicated, so you had to be a developer or pay a developer a lot of money. It was very expensive because you've got to have that security. If people are transacting using credit cards and things like that, then you've got to be able to accept the money. So there was that, or the other option was basically your things like eBay, which...
I mean,
eBay.
and like eBay's like trusted for commerce as far as buying and selling goes.
Not if you're a business. eBay's kind of more just selling.
Although, if you're looking at
ill-fitting clothes.
eBay through a 2026 lens, it's there's a lot more of legitimate businesses that also have a shop front or a presence on eBay
as well as
so that
own.
they can actually compete, because eBay is obviously not just for, the person that wants to sell their secondhand stuff at home anymore. But I guess Shopfront is like next level. That's for legit registered businesses to like set up very rudimentary online trading. Yes.
So online retail's not fully mainstream at this stage.
No.
And so he was frustrated, wanted to sell his snowboards, and he then built this, and it then becomes Shopify with a quiet launch, but a massive long-term impact. It goes on to become one of the biggest e-commerce platforms in the world, helped to democratize online retail, not just big brands, but small businesses now, and creators and people with side hustles can get online and peddle their wares. Shifted it, and it did shift the power away from marketplaces like eBay to being able to have your own control and sell things in the way that you wanted and accept the payments that you decided were okay within, obviously, the Shopify infrastructure.
That's right. And it changed the game for thousands of people. There's lots of testimonials of lots of really happy people that were able to stand on their own 2 feet and run their own businesses because of Shopify.
When I hear the cha-ching sound, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
God. And we do not want, and this is important, to be written into your story. We just want to push it from behind.
I just launched my website. I'm trying not to cry. Oh my gosh.
Every ding is an order.
But you have to always ask why. Why are you doing it?
Being more independent. Giving people jobs and creating a community.
Because I wanted to bring change.
I feel very fulfilled by what I do.
I'm at my peak happiness right now. It's this adrenaline. It's this rush. It's this satisfaction.
This is it.
It's also the thrill of not having to deal with human beings in person.
Yeah,
that's why they're so happy
on Gumtree.
I think that's why they are so happy.
Gosh.
But yeah, you look at it now, like it was a game changer.
And it was a little bit niche at the start, which I love. So very hyper-specific hobby gear like the snowboards, niche cycling parts, obscure gaming accessories that you couldn't find in store, handmade everything. We saw a lot of soaps and candles and jewellery. Pet products, before pet products became a really big industry, custom collars and accessories for specific breeds.
Like, what's his name, Tobias? I reckon he's looking at it and he's just seen all these people selling like soaps and potpourri, and it's turned into like that weekend market up in Balrul or something. He's just going, oh, what have I done?
Oh, dear.
Yes. At least they've got somewhere to go, mate. Don't worry.
Brand merch as well, and indie creators. It enabled them to sell directly to the public and lots of random stuff. Gadgets, novelty items, what you'd find at Clint's Crazy Bargains, that kind of stuff popped up.
It was great. It's great. And it's still going on strong now, isn't it? Although
now it's actually integrated into Instagram.
Yeah, there you go.
It integrates directly using Meta commerce, and you can then tag your products in your posts. You can tag them in the reels and the stories. And I am a victim of the Shopify through Instagram.
Yeah, right.
Anything that's presented to me via Instagram 3 or 4 times is always a good idea. And it just makes it so easy. You just press it.
You just click through and you can buy it.
And off you go.
Yeah, that's
Dangerous.
It is dangerous. I tell you what else is dangerous, and it could have gone either way for Tobias. That's his name, isn't it? It is Tobias, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
Yes, because he tried to sell a snowboard online. Now, you might recall many years ago I had a longboard, a skateboard, a big long skateboard.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, this is fun. It's great. I enjoyed it for a little while.
I think you used it twice.
I used it a few more times than that, but not many because I've scared myself on it. It wasn't very coordinated, and I just
You put a hole in the wall with it.
I did. I fell off it and went through the wall.
No, you were putting the dog on it. You were pretending that the dog was riding it.
And the dog jumped
got
off it.
scared, and then you put a hole in the wall.
Yes. Anyway, so don't try that at home. And don't try this at home either. So I bought it, and it was just collecting dust, and I thought I'll sell it. I'll put it on eBay. And I sold it on, and I was like, oh, well, I better account for postage for this, but I didn't really think very hard about that. So I put it on eBay, and I got it. Somebody bought it straight away. I was like, wow. And then I looked, and I had to send it to Perth in Western Australia. And I had to send it within the time frame that I'd obviously said for that, otherwise I'd get a bad rating, right? So I actually lost money on that sale.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. And I was just thinking, because he was doing snowboards, I'm like, mate, I hope you factored in the postage. And he clearly did, and Shopify was a raging success. And that's why I can't have nice things. I just thinking, I don't really watch baseball or am that interested in baseball. And it feels a bit disingenuous talking about baseball, but we promoted at the start of the show.
We can't do it.
So,
we have to do it now because we've said. And there might be some people that really like
baseball.
I was going to say softball.
Oh,
Same
don't do
thing,
that.
isn't it?
That'd upset them.
I played softball, not very well.
Oh, there's some more. If talking about brown eyes at the start of the show didn't help us lose some listeners, that will. No, but on the 28th of May, Barry Bonds, he's a very famous baseball player, one of the biggest stars in baseball in the USA at the time. The powerhouse hitter from the San Francisco Giants hits his 715th home run.
Now let's take a look at the majestic arc of home run number 715. Only the second guy in baseball history to ever have hit a 715th homer.
Yeah, pretty exciting. He was born into baseball, Barry Bonds.
Was he?
Multiple MVP winner, and known for putting up crazy stats, like video game level stats in baseball. He was a freak, and he was chasing history. Babe Ruth had a 714 home run record that stood as one of sports' most iconic records at the time.
So he
and
passes
so the
him at
28th
this
of May,
stage.
Bonds hits that 715th career home run, overtakes Babe Ruth, and that's a moment that should have been really pure celebration and one of baseball's most untouchable records broken, but instead it was quite complicated. So people were like, yeah, hang on a sec.
Because at this stage, I believe there was already rumours around performance-enhancing drugs and allegations.
He was a juicer, allegedly.
I don't think he was ever convicted of steroid use at the time.
Right.
But there was a lot of talk.
People who are on steroids never admit to being on steroids.
No, as we know with Lance.
Like, you on steroids? Oh, no, I'm not on steroids. No. It's like people in prison. What are you in here for? I don't know. I'm innocent. Same deal.
Big mistake.
No, I'm not on steroids. Yeah, so, but allegedly Bonds that controversy chased him around. It put a bit of a black mark on his career.
Yeah, so people didn't know whether to celebrate or not, because it's like, well, what if it's true that he is on the roids? Then this is hardly an achievement.
Babe Ruth wasn't on the roids when he hit 714.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, the sport was pretty shaky at this stage because, and it wasn't, I don't think it was just him. I think it was, the allegations were pretty rife across the sport at that stage. Audiences were increasingly questioning how natural some of these feats were at the time, but he does keep going. He eventually breaks the all-time home run record.
I don't know, like
in 2007.
They chew tobacco in baseball. You've seen they chew the tobacco. They have the dips with the nicotine and the caffeine and stuff that they stick in their lips, which I'm fairly certain will end up just rotting your entire bottom jaw out, and probably doesn't do much for your breath either. But they're into it. Have you ever tried that shit?
No.
Mate, you have some of that stuff and it makes you feel like you run through a fucking wall. It's the rush from the nicotine or whatever the hell else is in it. So, it could have just been that. Maybe you just had a bit of a dip and then bang, hit that ball into orbit.
But the interesting thing is he wasn't convicted at the time. He must have been convicted later because despite his stats, he is excluded from the Baseball Hall of Fame.
There's a lot
must
more.
be a moment
There's
that
a
we're
lot
gonna
more
get
controversy
to
to
in the
follow
future.
with Barry Bonds. I do remember having some friends who were baseball fans at the time, hearing them talk about it, and I was going, "What are you talking about baseball?" And they went, "Yeah," and I went, "All right, I'll see you later. I'm going to get a beer." But yeah, no, I think there is more controversy to follow with Barry Bonds, but at the time, very confusing.
Over to music this week in 2006. Actually, it's pretty boring.
Is it?
Niles Barkley's still number one in the UK.
I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me.
I'm not entirely mad about a short music segment. What's number one in Australia?
Still Rihanna.
SOS, please, someone help me. It's not healthy for me to feel this way. Oh, you are making this hard. You got me tossing and turning, can't sleep at night. It's time, please, someone come and rescue me.
I mean, it feels stable. Everything is kind of stable. You got Niles and Rihanna propping up the Commonwealth. Yeah.
And US is looking pretty similar to last week as well.
Me and the rest of the family here singing Where'd You Go?
I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever.
I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty. Cause you had a bad day, you take it one down. You sing a sad song just to turn it around. You say you don't know, you tell me don't lie.
SOS, please, someone help me. It's not healthy for me to feel this way. Oh, you are making this hard. You got me tossing and turning, can't sleep at night. It's time, please, someone come and rescue me.
You look so impressed there.
Oh no, I mean, what I'm impressed by really is even when it's mundane in the charts, there's nothing worse than when it's mundane in the charts.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you want a bit of spice down there. I mean, if you're going to go to the effort to chart, they might as well
Gotta
make
do
a
it
mess.
well, yes.
Yes, no, in the charts, even when it's mundane in the charts, Robot Guy shows up each
He
and
does.
every week.
Yeah. He never dials it in. He always gives his best.
He's nothing if not consistent. And I really have to pay that to him.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
I agree. So Rihanna's still number one. Bad Day number 2. Riding Chameleon Air number 3. Temperature Sean Paul number 4. And Where'd You Go? Fort Minor. The guy, the Linkin Park guy featuring Holly, who sings on some other things.
Yeah, and Robot Guy there.
Yes.
Standing stoic
Yes.
in the face of mediocrity. Well, if we've got nothing to listen to, I hope we've got something to watch.
We do. We've got a new number 1 at the US box office, the X-Men. X-Men The Last Stand.
Oh, I went and saw this.
I think we saw this at the theatre.
I think we did together. Was it a date?
I think didn't my parents go? Was that one?
Oh dear.
Oh no, that was the Bourne one. No, I think it was just us.
Oh yes, the Bourne one. That's as in the Jason Bourne
Yes.
one. It's like, just be
No,
careful.
my parents don't like X-Men. What am I talking about?
Yes, who? Well,
On principle, I can't negotiate with these people. Well, then you know what needs to be done. We're going to protect our citizens.
Make no mistake, my brothers. The humans will draw first blood. When the air is still and the night has fallen, there's only one question you must answer. Who will you stand with?
A major pharmaceutical company has developed a way to suppress the mutant X gene permanently. They're calling it a cure.
There's nothing to cure. Nothing's wrong with any of us for that matter.
You of all people know how fast the weather can change.
Did you find what you were looking for?
The source of the cure is a mutant.
Oh, the source of the cure is a mutant. I mean, it's just an excuse for a big monologue from Ian McKellen, and everyone's like, shut up, Gandalf. And it's like, no, he's Magneto this time. Yes. X-Men The Last Stand. This was the third in the trilogy. The original
so this is the last
X-Men
one.
trilogy. Well, allegedly.
Oh, but they did some more, didn't they?
Sure they did.
Yes.
This is an excuse to make some money. Of course they
Hugh
did.
Jackman, Halle Berry, Patrick Stewart, and Magneto.
The fans didn't like this one as much. This is a Brett Ratner directed.
I feel like you didn't like this one
Bryan
as much.
Singer.
I feel like you were a bit annoyed. I'm sure you made some comment.
I didn't like it. No.
Felt a bit annoyed at the end of it.
I
recall that.
You know why? Because when an X-Men movie came out, like I wanted X-Men 1990s cartoons like you know, the X-Men cartoon series from the 90s.
Is that the song
That's
from
the
it?
No, I'm just making my own up. Yes, it's the song from it.
I don't know what the song is.
And it's
from
a very, very pitch-perfect rendition of it, I'll have you know, too.
Okay, good. Thank you.
It was great, and they'd fly off in the Blackbird, and, and then, Rogue wore the green and yellow costume, and they looked like X-Men, right?
Right.
Yeah, and look, they kind of... It was okay. I mean, it turned into this really dramatic love story. Hugh Jackman is in love with the other chick that was I can't even remember their names. Jean Grey, yes, and she turned into Dark Phoenix.
Did it have the guy with the thing that looked like the sunglasses you got for free from Peter
yes,
Hut?
James Marsden in the Pizza Hut sunglasses.
Remember
yes,
when you got those from Pizza Hut?
Because if he takes off his Pizza Hut sunglasses, he can't control his laser beams
that's
that
right.
shoot
It's
from
very
his freaking
dangerous.
eyes. Yes,
Yeah.
X-Men.
Yeah,
So
he was in it. Wasn't he in love with another one of the mutants
he was in love with the same one that Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, was in love with.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Love triangle.
Yes. I mean, and that just none of that screams 1990s X-Men.
I don't think they should be hooking up too if they've got like different powers.
Mutant powers.
And then they join powers. It's just dangerous.
Especially Wolverine.
It's like mixing meat.
Adamant. Yes, mixing meat
you
indeed.
Can't like mixing your meats.
Yeah. Especially if, one's slightly undercooked, which this fucking movie was, I can tell you that much. Yeah, I don't know.
It made $450 million.
Of course it did.
Worldwide.
It was a trilogy.
hit.
They were going to end it. It was like the part 3 in this trilogy of X-Men films, so it had a lot of hype of it. And they were introduced the Dark Phoenix as part of it, and it's like, you're introducing Dark Phoenix at the end of the third one. What are you doing? I don't know. They killed off some major characters pretty quickly. They tried to juggle too many storylines, and the tone had shifted because there was a new director, so it just kind of didn't work, I don't think. I did like Kelsey Grammer, Frasier as Beast. The big blue furry dude. He was probably the truest character to the 1990s X-Men cartoon was definitely Kelsey Grammer as Beast. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Look, and it was, mixed views from both the critics and the fans. Fans were divided. Some loved it. Others felt it sort of fumbled. And I think Dark Phoenix, that was really beloved in the comics.
Yeah.
So people felt like it was a bit rushed and undercooked.
Controversial opinion. A lot of people love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And I think over the years he has taken that character of Wolverine. He certainly made it his own to the point where nobody else could potentially imagine anyone else playing Wolverine except for Hugh Jackman, right? But controversial opinion.
Oh, here we go.
I don't mind Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I'll say that. I thought Logan was a spectacular film. It wavers in and out of my top 10 greatest comic book films of all time. Logan, fantastic. But controversial opinion, at the time, I was like, no, I wouldn't have cast him. I wouldn't have cast
bit
Hugh
wimpy?
Jackman as Wolverine. It was just a bit too Peter Allen, wasn't he? Really?
Yeah,
The boy
wimpy.
from Oz. Shaking his maracas.
I think because he's a bit too dancy.
Yeah. You know who I would have cast?
A bit
as
scary.
Wolverine?
Who?
Glenn Danzig. Glenn Danzig as Wolverine. The big mutton chops, sideburns, big muscly dude. He's a bit short though. But I mean, Wolverine's, generally the creature.
Be agile.
The Wolverine
running through
the
the
Wolverine
forest.
isn't quite a wolf or a dog. It's kind of a small creature. So Glenn Danzig in stature probably does resemble more of a Wolverine, And I mean, these days we're looking for other Wolverines as well. And I'm thinking,
maybe if there's a fourth one.
Henry Cavill would be a good Wolverine, except he's got a British accent. Hello, Bob. How good what would it have been if Glenn Danzig had showed up on the hills? That would have been great.
As Wolverine. And just slashed the shit out of everyone.
Oh, you're taking me to somewhere. That would just be an amazing thing. Let's rewrite history. Let's do it. Somebody do it.
The Hills, the big premiere, the 31st of May, 2006. Of course, it's a spin-off of Laguna Beach, the real Orange County, and follows
a spin-off,
main
an improvement.
Star Lauren Conrad as she navigates post-high school life in LA, fashion, friendships, work, and very watchable drama. We loved the drama. We were there for the drama.
Okay, we were there for the drama. I kind of came late to the party. I didn't really come late to the party. It's just that we had pay TV, and they pushed Laguna Beach in the Hills on you all the time. It was in every commercial. Then I think we were watching The Soup on E, and Joel McHale in that show kept featuring these clips from the Hills, and it was just so absurd. And I was like, this is fantastic.
There were many times when I'd come home from work or I'd come out of the shower and you'd just be sitting there watching the Hills, and I'd be like, what's going on here?
I was trying to understand it on so many levels. One, it was wickedly entertaining.
Yes.
In its absolute absurdity. The absurdity of it was what made it so entertaining. But also the fact that they were on location. And so from a logistics point of view, they're doing a reality series where they're on location. So they're in these big nightclubs and venues and coffee shops and houses and all these other places. And I'm just like, from a logistics point of view, I'm like, Jesus Christ, the camera crew and the audio team on this show work so hard.
It was very well lit.
Jeez, the people behind the
moment
scenes.
reality, wasn't it?
I know. It's like, can you just do that again? So we obviously know that it's fairly scripted.
Well, Ryan Cabrera told us so.
That's
Remember
right.
we were chatting to him.
That's right.
He told us, so
Yeah,
it must be true.
I mean, loosely based on fact, but let's, continue the drama. I don't know. But there was writers and there were these people. And so Lauren Conrad was the main star, although I would argue that somebody else was the main star, which we'll get to a little bit later.
Lauren moves to LA though, so it is really Lauren's story
from
to
Laguna
start
Beach.
With. Yes, and she has it in. Right. She has the internship at Teen Vogue.
Okay.
Because she wants fashion.
Yes.
Career in fashion. Fashion. And so she's instantly iconic as this Teen Vogue career girl and all of the stuff that goes with it. So there's the photo shoots, there's the big product launches, there's always something that they're going to. And she then meets and becomes besties with Heidi Montag.
This is but wait, there's more.
And I think Heidi worked in PR. Right. So I think that was not for Teen Vogue.
Oh, just another
She was in PR.
So
there was a lot of events. And there was a lot of
their networking.
lot of nightclub events that they were going to,
Gotcha.
and then Lauren's photo shoots for Teen Vogue.
And then the camera crew were following her around everywhere.
Patridge,
she
was
Audrina.
the housemate.
Yes.
I loved Audrina. She was one of my favourites.
And then wasn't it...
had this very distant look about her all the time. And I was like, what planet is Audrina on?
She just had this look in her eyes.
Where is she?
I think she was trying not to look at the cameras.
Breathe twice if you're there, Audrina.
Yeah, so the look in her eyes was, help me.
Yeah. It really was, wasn't it? Whitney Port, and she worked at Teen Vogue with Lauren. So that was her work wife, as they say.
Yeah. Is that where that phrase came from?
I think so.
Somebody called me that once at work. I'm your work wife. And I just went, you are. That's not okay. I'm going to HR. I'm a work polygamist. I have many work wives in my work harem. So weird.
The early episodes are about the friendship dynamics, navigating a new career, work struggles, dating drama. But then it very quickly becomes more about who did what to.
Wait, there was a Kardashian or a Jenner. Brody Jenner was in.
Well, no, Brody was in.
Isn't that Bruce Jenner's son?
He was in Laguna Beach.
Oh, was he? Didn't he
was
end
the
up
love
on the
interest.
Hills? He ended up on the Hills.
I think he popped in. I think he popped
visit.
by.
They would have done a whole episode. Oh my God!
Popped by to
oh
say
my
hello.
God! Brody's coming to visit. That's what they would have done. So, Brody's coming. Brody, come to visit.
Lauren and who's that other one? Kristen.
Heidi.
No, Kristen.
Cavalieri. Calamari.
In Laguna Beach, weren't they fighting over Brody?
Oh, they're feuding
Brody
over
was the heart throb in Laguna Beach. Yeah, he does. I'm sure he does make an appearance in the Hills, but he's not a central character.
Right.
Neither is she. She pops
you.
up.
I won't forget you,
She
brother.
pops up at some point as well.
Yeah. Kristen does.
I think so.
Oh, there'd be a whole episode
I think
about
it's at a
that,
wedding. I think she comes to a wedding and she wasn't invited.
Bombshell.
She
Yes,
wasn't invited.
surprise.
And,
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and everyone
Wow.
was pissed off. Perfect timing because this is MySpace era. Celebrity culture's exploding, and we love watching real people just living these beautifully fantastic lives where they just look incredible. They have the ideal jobs in PR and fashion.
It's great setup. Really great setup. And I love all of the setup. I love all of that.
Amazing clothes.
None of that is why I watched it. None of that is why I watched it. None of that. And because what happened was, I think we find that the show spiraled into absurdity. And it was still kind of framed. And like you talk about all these stars like Lauren and Kristen, whoever, and Audrina and Brody coming to visit and all that stuff, and Heidi Montag. But the real hero of the show and villain at the same hero villain all rolled into one. And I talked about him the other week with that Bedingfield song. And I need to walk my comments back because I did refer to him as that fuckwit Spencer Pratt.
Yeah, and I've gone soft on him in the last few years. I feel like he's
That's
grown
a relief.
up.
Good.
I feel like he's grown.
Yes,
grown.
I have not, and he is still a fuckwit, but he's my fuckwit. And I love him for it. And ladies and gentlemen, Spencer Pratt.
So I'm sorry that you're making yourself cry.
All right, well, my answer is no.
Sweet. My answer is get out of my car.
Because what I wanted to do and say to you, dear, woo! I didn't, because I was praying. When. What are you crying about, 70?
You just ignored me at the party, man.
When she popped out of my mom and they tried to hand her to me, I went like this. Ah!
I think that was Stephanie. Was it Stephanie Pratt, his sister? She was in it too.
Just the tiniest glimpse into that world. And every episode, every time he was on screen, he just lit the place up. I was like, oh, what's he going to do now? Oh, he's got his crystals. The crystals were great.
Crystal era Spencer was particularly good.
Yeah, because now
he was just unhinged.
Because now he's a fuckwit with crystals.
With crystals.
Yeah, it was just. Yeah.
And he was also. We talk about them all being beautiful and gorgeous and amazing outfits. He kind of looked like a skeleton. And what did John McHale say with the flesh-coloured beard?
Oh, the flesh-coloured beard.
He was a little bit.
Don't be body shaming Spencer.
Spencer was a little bit. Well, he didn't carry the same sort of class and charisma as the rest of the cast. I didn't think. I felt like he sort of stood out a little bit.
Heidi Montag was like the girl of the Playboy Mansion, and she was the one that was with Spencer.
Yes.
So I mean,
must have been the crystals.
I
don't know. But he became the villain. He became the villain of the show, and we all loved it. And we were just sort of like, is this real? How can this be real? They said this is real. I don't think this is real.
Well, it turns out it wasn't.
Wasn't real.
No.
Wasn't real.
None of it was real.
But we loved it.
But it's like wrestling.
Anyway.
It's like wrestling. It's real to me. Damn it.
And so I jumped in the Wayback Machine, as I like to do from time to time. I like to go back.
Jump in the old Wayback Machine.
Jump in the Wayback Machine. Take me back to 2006, please.
Back to when my jowls didn't hang so much.
And the divots in the forehead weren't quite as deep.
Yes, they're personality lines. Don't worry about it.
Good time. So I jumped in the Wayback Machine and I was looking for a recap on television without pity. They didn't actually recap The Hills, probably because... Not real.
Because there
was nothing to say.
What could you say? Maybe they actually had some pity there.
But there were some forums.
For the poor crew that used to have to work on that show.
There were some fan forums, the fans who loved it. One of the fan forums was called Things I've Learned from the Hills.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Can I share with you?
This is a fan forum on television without pity.
Discussing what they've learned from watching The Hills.
Yeah, sure.
Are you ready? I've got 10. Is that okay?
I am. My body is ready.
We'll start with number 10. Never wear combat boots to the beach.
Yeah,
I think they wore a lot of combat boots. Probably Justin Bobby.
I'm
going to say it was Justin Bobby. Who went out with Audrina?
It's Justin Bobby. I thought that was like Temu Justin Bieber. Ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't get Justin Bieber, so here's Justin Bobby.
Number 9. Noses and breasts can change shape overnight.
Correct. The applause was more for the breasts, I think. Yeah.
Things I've learned
Heidi
from
was
the
proof of
hills,
that.
number 8.
Uh-huh.
You don't need an education, skills, or great work ethic to get a fabulous job.
Oh, it's very true. Very true at Vogue or even as a clothes horse on a reality show.
Number 7 of what I've learned from the hills. 2 names are apparently better than one. Looking at you, Justin Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Bobby.
Number 6. Any gal can start her own overpriced fashion line if she's got the right connections and a hit reality show.
Yes, of course, because,
There
you
was
know.
the Lauren Conrad line of headbands and scarves and dresses and tween fashion.
Yes, all available right now on Shopify.
Number 5 of things I've learned from the hills. Never go out drinking with your clients before a photo shoot and always be professional, especially with pretentious up-and-coming rock bands with bitchy male lead singers who insist on wearing their own size 8 women's jeans to a photo shoot.
Yay! Let's hear it for blokes in size 8 women's jeans. You can
at a
imagine
photo
that.
shoot.
You can
That's a
imagine
great
that
life
character.
lesson, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Number 4, you can make a career out of checking your MySpace page.
I don't think that's true.
I think that was Spencer. I think he spent a lot of time
yeah.
checking whose top 8 he was in throughout the show.
I don't think it was. I don't think that's what you were making a career out of, buddy. Just quietly.
Number 3. If it's business and not personal, it's okay to repeatedly stab someone in the back.
Absolutely.
That was a very, very common line on the hills. This is not personal. This is just business.
Yeah.
They'd say that a lot.
Yeah, the whole
Not
show was
personal.
none of it was personal.
Never talk about work
Scripted.
while at work. This is number 2. That's the perfect time to discuss your various relationship issues instead.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. Anything but work.
I don't think they ever did any work at any of their works.
No.
They just talked about
No,
each
they just
other
sat there and
bitched.
talked. And then the next scene was them after work. And it's like, is that what did you do all day? What did you do all day?
And number 1 thing I've learned from the hills, from the Television Without Pity fan forum, if it looks like a douche and sounds like a douche, it's probably Spencer.
Your mom is just the vagina that made Heidi come onto earth. Your mom is not Jesus or God
She
or the
never said
creator.
she was.
So why can't
She
I say
raised
that?
her from
So
the
why
time
can't
she
I
was
say that?
born.
Why can't I
Because
say
it's
that?
disrespecting
No, it's not.
your mother.
It's my opinion.
The Bible
It's
says,
my opinion.
honor thy mother and father.
Take
That's
your,
one of the 10
hey,
commandments.
preacher. This isn't Bible study.
You guys are
this
the
is
ones
earth.
always preaching
No one's
all the
preaching.
time and
No one's
practice what you
preaching.
freaking teach.
No one's preaching
Yeah,
here.
you're
This
preaching
is
with
light.
your rocks
Let's
and
all
crystals.
take a breath.
Let's all take
And
a breath.
exhale. Yes, hatches, matches, and dispatches time. Like I said, we didn't have any audio. This person doesn't talk much, but this was a hatch, a very famous baby that was born this time 20 years ago that danced in a music video that sounded like this.
What's a girl to do? Now I'm pulling my hair out, hiding my clothes in the back of your room. So I can come over, pick up my things, but it's just an excuse.
Okay, so if you said the music, if you said the group was De Young, K-pop group De Young, and the song was What's a Girl to Do, then you are correct. You are very
I don't
correct.
know that anybody would have said that.
Maybe. The K-pop is a big thing these days, and it's an especially big thing in the Jolie household. I won't say Jolie Pitt because they've obviously separated, but this is Shiloh, Jolie Pitt's music video that she danced in.
Shiloh was born May 27, 2006 in Namibia.
Yes.
Peak Brangelina era.
And they named her after a dog. Shiloh's a dog's name.
Is it?
There's so many dogs. Shiloh, you were my friend. It's that Neil Diamond song about a dog.
A dog called
Shiloh.
I did not know
Yes.
that.
Anyway, I think it's a lovely name, actually.
It is nice.
Shiloh. It's a really cute name.
One of the most
But it just says golden retriever to me.
Was it a golden retriever?
When I see
was
Shiloh,
picturing
I see a
more
golden
like
retriever.
I was picturing something smaller, like a Bichon Frise or something.
Bichon Frise. No, they don't have sort of O names. They have E names at the end of them.
Right.
Like Muffy and Miffy and Puffy and whatever. Shiloh. Shiloh's a more distinguished name.
Or a
for like
husky.
noble
I
guy.
could see a husky being called Shiloh.
Oh, no. I could say a husky called Spencer because they're all f***wits. I mean, I don't want to sort of discriminate against breeds, but this is the path we're going down.
Insult huskies.
I don't have to. They can just show up and they insult themselves. They're mad. Stupidest bloody dogs on a face. They're too smart for their own good. That's their
Anyway,
problem.
back to Shiloh.
Back to
Shiloh.
Shiloh. Not the golden retriever. The child of Brad
Or
Pitt.
the Bichon Frise.
No,
Or the
definitely
husky.
was never a Bichon Frise called Shiloh. The child of Brad Pitt and Angelina
One
Jolie.
of the most high-profile celebrity births of the 2000s.
Yes.
Global media frenzy. The reason Shiloh was born in Namibia was to avoid paparazzi chaos.
Really?
The first photos of Shiloh sold for reported, well, somewhere between $4 and $10 million, which they donated to charity.
We just
which I
see like
think
the
is lovely.
paparazzi doing some kind of Indiana Jones style trek to Namibia to try and find like the birth of Shiloh.
Crawling through like a cave with snakes.
It's almost like a biblical thing. And then they
crossing
found
a-
her wrapped in swaddling clothes and laid in a manger in the
a
middle of
rickety
Namibia.
old bridge between two
Yes,
cliffs.
exactly, right. And
being chased by big boulders.
And then accidentally, when they're trying to get the photo of Shiloh, they stumble across somebody sacrificing to people to Kalimar and pulling hearts out of their
don't talk
chest.
about that. That still freaks
Well,
me out.
you never know, when you. That's why they went to Namibia, and it obviously freaked out the paparazzi because they went, "F that, we're not going there. That's
We'll
like
just-
some shit out of an Indiana Jones film."
We'll just pay you between $4 and $10 million instead.
Exactly.
Which I think that's lovely. They donated
It's
it
insurance.
to charity. And yeah, look, we were all invested. I remember at the time it was massive.
Shiloh.
Massive,
Oh, yeah. It was going to be
massive.
the most beautiful child in existence from the two most beautiful people on the planet.
Of course. They're
Yes.
frequently photographed, but mum and dad tried to manage exposure. So, yeah, the paparazzi didn't have a lot of access to Shiloh.
They've done pretty well in protecting, I think, her, because, like I said, like there's not a lot of. I think there was some footage of her maybe speaking in Cambodia or somewhere as a little kid, but it was like some really grainy. It was like almost like found footage, like a Bigfoot video proving Shiloh's existence. But not a lot. Maddox was speaking a little bit, but Shiloh didn't say much. But she said a couple of words in Cambodian, I believe, and that was all I could find. And I was like, well, that's not going to work, so I'll just get the DeYoung thing. But she has kept a low profile to a degree up until now. I mean, there's been photos of her, when she's rocking the shaved head with her mum hanging out and stuff. And then there was all the talks about gender fluidity and all of that sort of stuff and how they were raising their kids. And that's none of our business. Like, really, how they want to raise their kids is fine. And then she's dropped her surname, so now she's just Shiloh Jolie instead of Shiloh Jolie
dropped the
Pitt
Pitt,
because she's had a bit of a falling out with her dad, and the paparazzi love all that stuff. And the girl just wants to dance in a DeYoung video.
What's a girl to do?
What's a girl to do indeed?
Dance in a
exactly.
video. But yeah, Shiloh has largely avoided controversy, stayed out of the spotlight.
Yes.
More known for presence rather than drama and supporting mum. Shiloh's always been very supportive of Angie and being there at the premieres and going along and supporting mum.
I don't know. I feel like maybe we focused on the wrong thing with the Hills this episode, because when Shiloh was born, that was like I said, those beautiful celebrities and the paparazzi. This was like Jesus. This is like paparazzi celebrity Who magazine Jesus. Do you know what I mean?
It was.
And everyone just collectively lost their mind. It's just like, well, people
And we
have
obviously
babies
had the
before.
story about, Brad and Angie hooking up when he was maybe still with Jen.
Oh,
and there
yes.
was all that went along with it as well.
Yes.
And now they're giving birth. Like, woo, it was
in
a
Namibia of all
a
places.
very, very big deal at
That's
the time.
right.
But happy birthday,
Jennifer
Shiloh.
Aniston was spotted at the local BWS getting a few quiet Chardonnays just to celebrate the birth. And that's the end of the show. We are done. I don't want to add to that speculation, that media
No,
frenzy
leave
over
Jen
the birth.
alone.
Happy birthday, Shiloh. Happy
Yes.
20th birthday.
Yes, wow.
Oh, they grow up so fast, don't they?
They do.
That's it. We're done. What is happening next week, Mel?
Oh, we've got a suspected World War II bomb. We're
Oh,
going to talk
God.
about a meteorite.
Oh, things falling from the sky
explosion.
all over the place.
Nelly Furtado. Big week for Nelly Furtado.
She didn't fall from the sky, did she?
No,
Thank
no,
goodness,
no,
that would have
no,
made an
no.
awful mess.
Oh, and one of Australia's most loved TV shows finishes up.
Oh, confession time. I'll tell you more about that next week. Thanks very much for listening and subscribing and putting up with us. And if you're still here after the brown eye chat at the start, then you're a
Maybe
trooper.
you should help bring it back.
You
Throw
should-
it into
yes,
a
go on.
conversation at the water cooler during the week. Maybe use mooning because that's probably a bit more HR adjacent. But maybe even chuck one.
Could
chuck
be
one. See
chuck
what
one.
happens.
Have you chucked your brown eye today? That's what I thought. Thanks very much. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Find us on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You know the story.
Thanks for taking the time to rewind. Join us next time for another week that was 20 years ago. In the meantime, come and reminisce on the socials. Search for T-20 Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.